Hello my friends, today is 2nd of April 2022 and in Islamic world, well at least in Egypt, maybe in other countries it may differ for 1 or 2 dates, I don't know, but at least in Egypt this is the beginning of Ramadan, the first day of the month Ramadan. And as you probably might know if you have watched my other videos about Amman, for example, I don't know very much of Islamic history and culture, and I don't know much about Ramadan either, but I can tell you one thing, my friends, I'm definitely into experiencing what it is. So I will be staying more in this country, and today starts the Ramadan. As far as I understand, in Ramadan you fast, and it is very rigorous fast. It's not just not eating anything, but also not drinking anything, even a water, which is kind of unusual for my understanding. And you do it for all the time when the sun is shining. Basically, from the sunrise to the sunset, you don't eat and you don't drink. And since it is very hot, you see that's why I was starting to film these things now. Everything is empty. Like there are some people sitting in the shade somewhere, and shukran, and some stray tourists who don't know anything about Ramadan as much as me probably. So the locals have hidden inside, because otherwise it's too difficult to get through all the day. And it is about midday, almost midday now, 12:30 maybe, something around that time, maybe 20 minutes to 1 or so. And yeah, the story is that if it's so hot and you cannot eat and cannot drink for the whole day, then you want to spend the middle of the day indoors. You don't want to move around. The farmers do their job very early in the morning, and then they disappear into their homes when it's very hot, and then at the evening they come out. And as far as I understood, those people will activate before sunset. They will buy a lot of food, they will prepare a lot of food, and as soon as the sun goes down they start eating, and they eat like there is no tomorrow. And also they're very extremely friendly and helpful. They prepare a lot of food on the streets for people who travel, so that they can be fed after sunset. And themselves, they eat at homes and they invite other people, and they always eat together. They don't eat alone. And even my good friend, he said that I shouldn't be eating alone in Ramadan. So they will be inviting me every day in their home to eat at the sunset together with them. So I'll try to show you that one as well. I guess something interesting will be everywhere. And also I understood that it's a tradition to decorate their homes, like we Europeans do in Christmas, when we decorate our homes with all kinds of lights and colors and whatnot. I understand that they do kind of the same for Ramadan. I don't see anything of that though, this far. We'll see further on. Although this part, which is called the Ramla also means sand, but this part of the east bank Luxor sorry, West Bank, Luxor, is called the Ramla. Salam, salam. And this part is very touristy part. And my friend said that there is no Ramadan in Ramla. Nobody cares about Ramadan in Ramla because it's all for tourists. You can still buy food and so on. In every other part, I understand that you can't buy food. Although even here, you see, this is closed. That place where you can buy food, and that restaurant is closed as well. So yeah, there obviously are some differences, and the streets are very empty, very empty. It's always a lot of life here, but nothing goes on almost at this time. So yeah, this is my observation, what goes on and how it happens when the Ramadan is in the month of Ramadan. And I'll see what else interesting I can see and show you, my friends. And I guess I might some separate video about Ramadan when I get to know more things. How is it happening? How does it work? What do people do? I'll try to film it. Yeah, you see, there are these decorations which weren't here before. So that must be because of Ramadan, I guess. And everything is very empty, not much movement. Yeah, friends, I'll keep you posted as the day progresses, and maybe I can shoot something in some other days as well and put together in one separate video about Ramadan. What do you think, friends? Will that be interesting for you? If yes, keep watching. But in the meantime, I'll go here because my mobile internet had some issues and I want to sort it. So I came to Vodafone office and we'll see if we can sort it or not. That's where they're giving food to those people who are going somewhere, traveling. Wow, that's cool. They're giving food for everybody on the road. And they gave us as well, it's dates. That's cool. People are doing a lot of good jobs during Ramadan. You see, they're giving to those people who are traveling. There was one man who just noticed us passing and he invited us to eat in his home, but we are already going to my brother's home. So we are very close to the home already. You see that light up there, and it goes like disco lights here. So that's part of the Ramadan decorations. You see, that's what we call Christmas lights in Europe, but that's actually Ramadan decorations here. And here as well. Wow.
Oh, I see it.
That's cool. It's like Christmas. السلام عليكم.
ليه ده كل انا مش عارف ايه العبط ده. hot. Vegetarian, and it's natural, and only make it hot, and it's something good. It's called sabanach. When you taste, you're gonna like it. See this? Oh! So now it's mean خلاص.
This means that now we eat?
Yes.
Okay.
It's counting down.
Seriously, yes?
Yes, it's counting down. Look,
13, 12, like
11,
this.
10,
Okay.
9, 8, 7.
And when it's 0, we
6,
can start eating, yeah?
5, 4,
Cool.
3, 2, 1. Halas!
Khalas.
Happy
Now we
last
can eat.
day of Ramadan.
It's good to eat belh first.
Which one?
Belh.
Which one?
Date. No, wait.
Belach means date in Arabic.
لا طب هي هتشربها ازاي على كده؟ هات لها شوف، هات لها كوبايه صغيره فاضيه، حاجه نظيفه. This done. Okay.
Dates. Okay.
That's the belach.
So you say eat this first?
Yes, please. Take this one.
This is About page of my YouTube channel. And if you scroll down, you will find the link to my Patreon, where I post more personal videos which are not meant for the general public in YouTube. Shukran.
طب هات الكبابي، هات كبابي.
My brother just said all Egypt is eating now. Everybody is eating in every home. They're doing the same thing what we are doing here now. شكرا شكرا جزيلا مع السلامة.
Yeah, we'll walk.
Yeah, many people have decorated their houses for Ramadan. Yeah, these are people who are gathering for the evening prayer, not in mosque, but in football stadium. Isn't that cool, my friends? Football stadium is used during Ramadan for the very last evening prayer. Wow, my respect. That was my first day of Ramadan in Egypt. My first experience in Ramadan in my life. And I'm going home already. It's quite late. Well, not very late. I don't know actually what time is it, maybe 8 or 9 p.m. But I'm going home. And I probably will not end video here because my brother said that it's quite often when they go to walk on the east side of Luxor in Ramadan evening. And we decided that today we were a little bit too tired, so we won't go there. but we might go there tomorrow. So I will probably add that to my video of Ramadan, and then I will say goodbye to you. What do you think, friends? Is that a good idea? Good morning, my friends, on the second day of Ramadan. And I decided... I'll show you first. Look at this. Is this beautiful or what? One of the benefits of being here in Ramadan. And what I mean by that is I decided to try and do the same with eating what they do here, just to see and experience how is it. And in my case it meant that I got up before sunrise to eat my first meal of this day, and I'll be eating my next meal after sunset again together with local people. And yeah, when I got so early up in the morning, I not only enjoyed the early morning hours before sunrise, now it's already, sun is up, and that's nice and beautiful as well, in any case. And I like those early morning hours. I have liked them long ago. But now, it's even one more benefit. Every morning, very early before sunrise, the hot air balloons get up. Remember that video which I made a good while ago about my first and at this time only trip with hot air balloon? That was here as well. And the same way, before sunrise we got up and we saw the sunrise while being up in the sky. And now I see them doing the same thing. Cool. Isn't life good, my friends?
Yes. Salat ya Adam. Now 5 minutes, everybody they have to stop, especially the truck. You understand?
And what do they do?
They eat Ramadan. So now they will stop for the people to eat, to enjoy Ramadan.
So they just sit there and eat?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
My friend, the people from Kenya,
from different places.
Just here, you understand? Yes.
So my friends, this is the next day, the second day of Ramadan, and indeed we are taking the ferry, the Hamsagni ferry, £5 ferry, which would be how much? 20 cents, yeah? And we are going to east side of Luxor, across the Nile, to walk on Television Street or somewhere else as well, and yeah, to enjoy Ramadan evening after the big meal we had. We'll see how it goes. Not everybody uses lights here. So this is us on the west side of River Nile, on the big city Luxor side. Everything seems quite empty.
Because now everybody in the mosque.
Aha, everybody is in a mosque. Okay. Assalamu alaikum. Just in case, friends, you forgot which city am I in. I think you probably might recognize some of the views from my previous videos.
That is the temple. You understand? Since long times ago. After this coming, yes, yes.
Uh-huh. So he was living here, or he was...
I have no idea, I was not here.
Uh-huh. I believe.
It's long times ago.
Nice job. I see how you spent your childhood, brother. All the Ramadan decorations. What is the television street famous for?
Because the television between Aswan and Luxor is here, the television.
Uh-huh, the television tower, yeah? Uh-huh. Is it that one? Uh-huh. This is my Patreon page. Did you know that you can choose there any monthly subscription fee that you want? There are no limits. You can leave the $5 per month, or you can enter something more substantial if you want to support me more. Or you can also enter something so small that you will not even feel it in your monthly budget. But it will still make a big difference for me, especially if there will be many such patrons like you. You can use PayPal or card payments, whichever you prefer. The Patreon subscription payments will be made automatically each month, and you can change or cancel them at any time. Doesn't this look very much like Christmas? Yeah, the shops are starting to open after mosque and more people are on the streets. But I understand that most of the people are still not out of the mosque yet. So it will be even more people in some while. So friends, that was our evening walk on the eastern side of the Luxor, and we will be going back now to our home side, the west side. I wonder, can you see the nicely lit mountain? So my friends, that is end of the second day in month Ramadan here in Egypt, in Luxor. What do you think, friends, about such a thing? For me, it's the first experience in my life. I have heard that there is such a thing as Ramadan, but it's the first time I see something of it with my own eyes. Nice, what can I say? And funny enough, it doesn't feel nowhere near as difficult as I thought it will be not to eat and drink anything when the sun is up. Okay, my friends, I'm quite tired and I don't think there will be much more which I could add to my Ramadan video. Have a good night, or whatever else you have, and all the best, my friends, all the best. If you'd like to hear more from me and support me in my ways, you're more than welcome to become my patron. Find the link to my Patreon page just under the description of my YouTube channel's About page.